Hello, it's been a little bit. Today we will be going over the topic of lucid dreaming. Now, I know I said I was gonna go over this 2 weeks earlier, but I needed some more time to study it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The first thing I'm going to get into is the resources that you would need with lucid dreaming. The first one would be a stable sleep schedule. The second one is a dream journal, and the last one is reality checks. Now, the first two you may realize are not materialistic, but yes, the second one, dream journal, is materialistic. You would need a diary that is usually near your bed when you wake up, so you already instantly know to write down your dreams instantly. Now, we'll go into a stable sleep schedule. It's not hard. You need about, of course, 8 to 10 hours of sleep. So, yeah, 12 to 8 to 10, whatever. That is up to you. It's interpersonal. Reality checks. There are many different types of reality checks. The first one, which is my currently one, is checking your fingers, counting them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you take a moment, look at your hand. You flip it over, make sure it's not different, not blurry whatsoever. Then you could also poke through your hand, try to see if it goes through. Of course, it won't in reality, but in dreams it would. It would probably poke through like either paper or as if it just wasn't there. Now, you can also hold your nose, pinch it, make sure you can't breathe through it. Also, same with your mouth, can make sure. Just look around you as well. You can also pull your finger, see if it stretches out. And there's many other ones that you may figure out to your heart's content. Each is their own. Now, getting into what lucid dreaming is. Lucid dreaming is literally having awareness that you are dreaming while you are dreaming. Now, this sounds simple, but it is invariably difficult. The feeling of lucid dreaming is kind of weird. It feels the exact same as living, just instead rules are not there. Things usually clear up. The way you know you're lucid dreaming is, things start clearing up. You have more personal thoughts. You can actually think instead of just personally doing things. And things would just feel lighter. It would just, everything feels more connected to you because, well, everything is you in that situation. Oh, it's this. There was just like that one leaf right here. And, so we went over what you need and what those things are and what lucid dreaming is. Now, lucid dreaming techniques, we'll go into. So for lucid dreaming techniques, there are about a couple. There is the first wake back to bed method, which is WBTB. Literally, to do this technique, you have to sleep about 4.5 to 5 hours of sleep to get past the light sleep cycle and the deep sleep cycle. I'll get into the sleep cycle after this little segment right here. Now, for the wake back to bed method, yes, you sleep 4 to 5 hours, and 4.5 to 5 hours of sleep, you wake up. You write down the dreams you had. You stay up for about 2-3 minutes or so to get your prefrontal cortex up, and try going back to sleep while also keeping in your mind like your previous dream and you getting lucid in that previous dream, and hopefully you would fall back into that dream, but instead your mind would be ready for it this time, or you'll just be more aware of dream signs that may occur in the next dream if you do not fall in the same prior dream. Now, another one is wild or wake-induced lucid dreaming. Wake-induced lucid dreaming is pretty much similar to the wake back to bed method and is also highly complemented with the wake back to bed method. Now, to be fair, all the lucid dream skills I'm about to say, it perfectly complements with wake back to bed method, and they would all require you usually to fall asleep 4 to 5 hours of sleep, 4 to 5 hours of sleep, and fall into the most potent REM cycles, which last for about an hour or two, which are the last few segments. Now, the wake induced lucid dreaming, after you sleep your hours, you want to go back to bed, of course, after staying up for about 5 to 10 minutes or so. Try to get yourself awake. Also, these beforehand disclaimer, these intervals I am saying, 2 to 3 minutes and 5 to 10 minutes can differ between different persons because everyone's prefrontal cortex wakes up differently, and sometimes wake up at longer times. Sometimes people need a whole half an hour, other people need shorter time, longer time. Just do not go past an hour or you will not go back to sleep. That is definitely true. Now, for the wake-induced lucid dreaming, again, it is similar to the wake back to bed method, but instead of thinking about waking into, instead of falling asleep while thinking about your previous dream, you want to keep repeating to yourself that in your next dream you will know that you were dreaming. In your next dream you will know that you were dreaming, about 20 times or so, or until you fall back to sleep. Now, the next one is the mild technique, mnemonic induced lucid dreaming, which is, what is the mnemonic? I'm pretty sure it's actually insane. It's the exact same as wake back to bed method, just or did I get the definitions mixed up? I'm pretty sure I got them mixed up actually. So rewrite, the wake back to bed method is literally just waking up after 4 to 5 hours of sleep and then going back to sleep. Hopefully having enough energy for your prefrontal cortex to catch yourself while dreaming after writing down your dreams. And the mnemonic induced lucid dreaming is the one where you fall asleep and think about the previous dream, being lucid in the prior dream, and hopefully falling into it. There you go. I knew I was messed up somewhere. So you've got the wild, the mild, and the wake back to bed method. Those are the three crucial. Now, recently I thought of another one, which is, I must say, tiled, which is the thought-induced lucid dreaming. Now, this method is surprisingly made from, not technically made, but the inspiration was taken by Andrew Tate. His idea of lucid dreaming, or dreaming in general, is falling asleep while remembering what your last thought was before falling asleep. Now, when I did this the first time I accidentally did it without sleeping 4 to 5 hours of sleep, and instead I fell into this dark space where my consciousness was practically aware that my body was in light sleep into deep sleep. So my mind was definitely consciously aware of what was happening. However, I wasn't in a dream, so I couldn't lucid dream. I was just aware that I was asleep. So, in my opinion, that definitely works. I need to try it with the wake back to bed method as well, but that is also another technique that I have figured out or created. Doesn't matter. There you go. Now, what to do when you're inside the lucid dream. When you're inside the lucid dream, you want to try to stay as calm as possible, because if you have an emotional influx anytime, you could accidentally wake yourself back up. You also don't want to tell archetypes that you are awake in your dream, because usually, reportedly, has been bad things happening, like the archetypes kick you out of your own dream, waking you up at whatever time. They become hostile to you, or quite literally just take away your lucidity, or the dream itself could change and you lose your lucid dreaming potential or possibility. You also don't want to do big things super fast. Like in a dream, you're able to change the whole scenery because it is technically your subconscious, but you don't want to do that instantly, because that could actually disrupt the dream and, well, lose your lucidity, sending you into a non-lucid dream. The things you want to do in a lucid dream, first things first. The first thing you want to do when you get your awareness of, am I dreaming? You, of course, want to confirm that you are dreaming and stabilize that in your mind. You want to do a reality check in the dream to make sure you are. Now, when you confirm that you are dreaming, you want to constantly repeat in your head, I am dreaming, I am dreaming. Look around you. Understand that everything around you is now a dream. Everything is a dream. You never want to forget that, because the moment you do, your lucidity will start slipping and your clarity in the dream could lessen. Now, to keep this clarity, you could legit ask your consciousness within it for clarity now, and your clarity will showcase, and your eyesight and sensory will be heightened entirely within this dream. What can you do in a lucid dream? What you can do in lucid dreams is called archetypes. Archetypes are literally humanoid figures, or figures of specific concepts or things, like your shadow self or inner child, or your brain or your body, trauma, or literally anything. It's just a physical manifestation of this said thing you wish to summon. Now, these archetypes are not always humanoid, but they are most commonly are humanoid. After you're also able to, again, you're able to switch the scenery to whatever you want to do. You're able to train skills as well within lucid dreaming that apply to real life. Like, you can practice drawing in your dream, and when you wake up, you could be a better drawer. Or no, not could be, you would be a better drawer. You're also able to physically augment your, well, ethereal body, or the body that we all are awake in. Now, when I say physically augment, if you are nearsighted like how I used to be, you are actually able to fix your eyesight. You are also able to possibly fix arthritis. You're also able to possibly fix any personal issues within your body that I'm not going to continue listing on. You could also work on bad habits like smoking, or even drinking. You could deal with your inner child as well, which does actually connect to a bad childhood or loss of parental roles. Now, these all have great benefits. You could also work on your shadow self, which is literally your neglected self. The side that you neglect, the side that you hide all the time, yet don't accept as you. Doing all these things will connect yourself to a higher purpose of you. Honestly, it's literally connecting yourself to a higher self of you. This is all beneficial, and you would see the results practically right away. You will feel like a weight has been lifted off of your shoulders 20 ton. Now, this is all from the capabilities that I have seen so far. There's also probably way more capabilities that I also wanted to test out, but sadly lost the chance to, because lucid dreaming kind of fell off. Now, some warnings and things that you should not stress over when lucid dreaming. Some lucid dreams you will not have complete total control over. You will just have awareness that you are dreaming. However, the dream will still play out as if you are not. You'll just be consciously aware that you are dreaming, yet you're not physically knowing that you are dreaming. There are also chances that when you are dreaming and you become lucid, you are able to move by yourself, yet you do not have control over any of the dream. You may have control over some of the dream, you won't have control over all of the dream. Sometimes as well, actually, no. That's perfectly fine within the dream. This is outside now. These methods and everything I am giving you are nothing guaranteed. There is nothing here guaranteed. Nothing. The best technique, though, is the mild technique with the wake back to bed method. Now, back to what you don't need to worry about is if your lucid dreaming falls off all of a sudden. If you keep doing this constantly, and then you finally get a lucid dream in, like, let's say a week's time, uncommon, but if you get it in a week's time, be proud, be happy, live your lucid dream, experience it, whatever. That's perfectly okay. But do know, if you do not get a lucid dream the next day, that is perfectly okay. That is common. Your mind is now getting used to this lucid dreaming. Remember, you just spent most of your entire life, most likely, not lucid dreaming, and then all of a sudden just now lucid dreaming. This is breaking the cycle that you have had for whatever known years. Doing it again is going to take some time as well, because your mind and body has to get more used to it. Yeah, so that's what you don't need to worry about. But that doesn't mean you have to stop either. You have to definitely keep on going, or you will not get a lucid dream. You will definitely falter if you stop your reality checks, your dream journal, and just having a good sleep schedule in general. Now, my suggestions with lucid dreaming is for the wake back to bed method, you don't want to do it every single day, because when you try doing it every single day, your body starts getting accustomed to waking up 5 hours and then going back to sleep for 2 hours or so. You don't want to do this, because then you start making a brand new cycle where your body and mind doesn't actually start kicking into the awareness of being asleep. So this usually, I would suggest, do it on a Saturday into a Sunday, or a day that you just have for free the next day, so you could just sleep in. For other suggestions in lucid dreaming, Don't do anything crazy. Don't do anything too stupid. You can visit new spots in lucid dreaming, because a dream, I'm not even too calmly sure, but what I theorize a dream is really just your own consciousness that can be linked to a bigger hive of a consciousness. You can also dream hop. This could also possibly be dangerous, because dream hopping could plausibly not always send you into another person's dream, yet in a place that is a quote-unquote dream place. There are people that govern the dreams that have higher authority than you, that I have spoken about in another previous video. Don't try to provoke them. Don't do anything stupid, like I just stated. Don't try going to like hell or heaven. Well, you can go to heaven, but don't try to stay there. Come on, bro. You could, what else could I really cover with lucid dreaming? There's not much to really go into. It's more practice based, honestly. Everything usually comes from you, because dreams are your consciousness or you. So what I can really give you is merely the basics. There is a technique called dream sculpting, where you can legitimately learn how to lucid dream every single day and learn how to just completely shift everything of the dream world itself, or the dream concept, to yourself. There is a technique that I created a while back called what I call REM inducement. It's a mixture of lucid dreaming and meditation, basically kicking your body into a REM sleep without actually fully falling asleep. It's like sending your body into a REM cycle while your mind hasn't fallen asleep yet. Technically changing your consciousness from being focused on your ethereal body to being your dream body. Wow, my throat like hurts bad. What else could I really go over for lucid dreaming? To be fair, I think that is all. There are some tools that you can look up, like literal artificial tools that could help you with lucid dreaming. There's like a lucid dreaming dream mask that I haven't tested, so I can't really give you my direct personal opinion on it until I do. My own personal thoughts on everything I just went over, and from my own personal experiences as well. Mnemonic, the mile technique, and wake back to bed, yes, are probably the best one you can go over. Same as tiled, the thought-induced lucid dreaming, where you, of course, try to remember the last thought you had before falling asleep and keep that thought. What else? Knowing your limits while in the dream is tricky, because a dream feels limitless. You could just do whatever. Again, you could literally ask yourself, the consciousness space, for answers, for clarity, for enlightenment, and for anything you wish to do. However, understand that your consciousness knows its limits better than you know its limits. So it won't allow you to do things that are outside of its limit at the current moment. Now remember, your limit is interchangeable. It is malleable. It is not fixated. Just because you cannot do something as of currently does not mean you cannot do it later on. You just need more practice. You need more time. It is perfectly okay if you cannot do something at the exact moment. Oh, right, that actually just reminded me. So lucid dreaming also allows you to, of course, have goals within your dreams. So dream goals, you want to have a journal that for dream goals specifically, and separate from your dream journal. Now dream goals are literally what you want to do in a dream. This helps put in your mind, okay, the reason why I need a lucid dream is for this exact quote-unquote reason. Like, let's say you're a surfer and you want to learn how to surf better. You can literally write down in your dream goal, in my next lucid dream, I want to ride the biggest wave that I can possibly ever. Oh, that helped. Whoopsies. Freaking fell. My apologies. But yes, and you want to probably draw an illustration of you surfing on a on a wave. Get as personal as you want. You could write something down, you could write details down, you could draw something, a picture. Just make it more authentic. Understand that this is actually supposed to happen and how you wish it to happen. Now, the saying that causes this is called a sankalpa. 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 This sankalpa is basically your mantra or quote that you state to actually have this occur. Not all the time you need a sankalpa. Most of the time, if you're calling like an archetype, you will need a sankalpa though, like calling your mind or your inner child. When doing something like surfing, you could just change the scenery or use the sankalpa, change to beach, and make a wave yourself and just have fun. Not all the time, of course, in a lucid dream, you will do your, your dream goal. Sometimes it will slip your mind. It's okay, try again. It's perfectly good. Just enjoy the lucid dream. The whole purpose of lucid dreaming is to gain more time in your life. Dreaming is about 30% of your life, so I'm pretty sure everyone that is watching this video wants to take control of that 30%. I can't give any more info and advice than what I have in the past 21 minutes. I hope you enjoy your time. I hope this video benefits you, and dream lucidly, live blessed, and stay frosty.